Let's start with today's lecture on inverters. Now, we had studied all single phase inverters, VSI, single phase CSI, and PWM inverters. The next topic what we will be studying for today's lecture is three phase inverters. That means we are giving a supply DC and at the output we are getting three phase. How we were doing that? We'll look into that in today's lecture. So what are basically three-phase inverters? In three-phase inverters, since your output is three-phase AC, the main application is to feed your induction motors. Three-phase induction motor can be given power supply from a three-phase bridge inverter. And you know, using power electronics device, we can control the voltages, so we can control the torque, speed, and current using this inverters. So and previously these inverters have a DC supply. Sometimes direct DC supply is given from the battery source or from solar panel, or the DC source can be given from the rectifier also. From the rectifier output is DC, that can act as a source for this inverters also. So specifically for this single phase for this three phase bridge inverter, they take directly from a DC supply, as I've told, battery, that is battery or solar power source, or from a rectifier. It may be a controlled one, it may be a uncontrolled one, that is a thyristor rectifier or a diode rectifier. Okay, how it is constructed? It is constructed by taking three single phase inverters, and while converting this DC into three phase, we need 6 power switches. That is either it may be thyristor, it may be IGBT, it may be BJT, MOSFET, okay, it may be BJT, and freewheeling diodes, 6 freewheeling diodes. Because you had already learned that if the load, if there's the RL load, it has to discharge, and it needs a freewheeling diode to discharge the load. So if there's a resistive load, there's no need of your freewheeling diode. Only the switches work into condition, but generally the loads, industrial loads, are all having inductors over there, inductive load generally. So we have to include those freewheeling diodes also. So switches along with freewheeling diode completes our circuit. So how many switches are there? 6 switches and 6 freewheeling diode. Now how it is done? You know, the switch, once it should be opened, once it should be closed. So the switches are open and closed periodically.
হ্যালো
হ্যাঁ কিছু
হ্যাঁ
হ্যালো
হ্যাঁ
হ্যাঁ বলো।
হ্যাঁ স্যার বলছি ফ্রি হুইলিং ডায়োড মানে
ওই যেটা দিয়ে ডিসচার্জ করে, যে ডায়োডটা দিয়ে, মনে করে দেখো একটা সুইচ দিয়ে চার্জ হচ্ছিল, সোর্স সুইচ দিয়ে চার্জ হয়ে it was going to the load and then it was discharging through the diode. মানে ডায়োডই, it is acting as a free wheel, মানে হুইল অ্যাকশনটা ফ্রি হুইলিং, হুইলের মতো, মানে ঘুরছে বলে ওর জন্য ফ্রি হুইলিং করা হয়।
ঠিক আছে
Switches কি করে অপারেট করি? How do we operate an inverter? We described our modes in the previous lectures. So one switch will be open, we'll draw a circuit. One switch will be closed, we'll draw a circuit. Similarly over here also, in three phase inverters, switches are open and closed periodically, and according to that the output waveform is plotted. Now when we are talking about three phase bridge inverters, we have two modes of operation or two possible gating schemes. How the gate pulse is given to the switches, that is how the switches are on. One is 180-degree mode of conduction. Today our point of study will be 180-degree mode of conduction. Tomorrow we will study 120-degree mode of conduction. So next one is 120-degree mode of conduction. What does this 180-degree conduction means? That means each switch or device conducts for 180-degree. And in 120-degree mode means each switch will conduct for 120-degree. Okay, so that is how this conduction is made of the switches, and because of the switches being on for 180-degree or 120-degree mode, at the output we get three phase. We'll look into it, how we will getting three phase and all. Don't get confused. Okay. What are the points to remember? You need to remember this very nicely. This is a very important topic, three phase bridge inverter. Please listen to it carefully. And before going into explaining the circuit and all, you need to remember each and every point written over here. Now, if you consider the three phase bridge inverter, first point will be, because of there are two modes of conduction, 180-degree mode and 120-degree mode. So each switch will conduct either for the period of 180-degree or 120-degree. Okay. Then switches are triggered in the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As the namings are done, if you look into this is a three-phase inverter circuit. Okay, you have a DC source at the output, you are getting a three-phase load. Okay, that may be an induction motor, may be anything. Okay, so three-phase load. All switches are marked 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. The marking should be done accordingly only. Now, my second point said each switch should be triggered in a sequence, means switches should be triggered in a sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after 1, which will be on 2, after 2, which will be on 3, after 3, which will be on 4, after 4, which will be on 5, after 5, which will be on 6. So naming is very important. If you name it differently, S1, S2, S3, S4, then you will only think, you'll think that has told me that switches are triggered in sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means if this is 1, this is 2, after this will be on. That is wrong. The naming should be according to this, then only this second point will follow. Otherwise, you can follow your own naming, no problem. But this naming should be preferred for proper understanding. Phase shift of triggering two adjacent switches is 60-degree. Okay. Can anybody tell me any reason? You have done this in first year only. I'm giving a hint. Why phase shift of triggering two switches is 60-degree? Phase shift of triggering two switches is 60-degree. S1 to S2. Why phase shift? Anybody can tell me? This will be B phase. Okay, B phase. If you draw your three-phase waveform, if you draw your three-phase waveform, you will find that between any line and phase voltage, the angle is 30-degree. And when it goes from one phase to another, means this is A phase, from S1 is connected to A phase. Okay. Another thing I'll tell you on the point is written over here. Before I'll come to this later, 60-degree. Let me discuss it these points. So in 180-degree mode, what happens? Each three switches conduct every 60-degree interval, and in 120-degree mode, two switches conduct every 60-degree interval. This we will find out. No need to worry about point number 4. We'll check it out. I can't explain you now, but I have to show you gate pulse. Then only I can explain it. Line voltage leads my phase voltage by 30-degree. EAB leads EAN. You can draw your three-phase system and check whether your phase voltage EAB is leading by EN by 30-degree or not. You can check that. Okay. Next, switch 1. This is one leg. This is another leg. This is another leg. Okay. So we had studied about cross conduction fault. If two switches of the same leg turns on at the same time, S1 and S4 gets turned on the same time, my source gets short circuited. So huge current will flow through this and damage my components. So that's why two switches of the same leg, that is S1 and S4, S3 and S6, S5 and S2 cannot be turned on at the same time. And lastly, this after 7-point explanation, I'll explain you point number 3. 1, 3, 5 are called the positive group switches. 2, 4, 6 are called the negative group switches. So 1, 3, 5 are connected to the positive of the source. So that's why positive switches, positive group switches. So odd number is positive group switches. 2, 4, 6 is the negative group switches, since it is connected to the negative of the source. Now, after switch S1, which will be on S2. Now, S1 is connected to positive, S2 is connected to negative. So, S1 is connected to which phase? A phase. S2 is connected to which phase? C. But since it is connected to negative, we will get minus C. If you draw the three-phase waveform, three-phase means just the phasor, A, B, C and all, just the phasor. From A to minus C, there is an angle phase shift of 60-degree. That's why triggering of two switches is adjacent switches is 60-degree. Now from S2 to S3, this S2 is minus C, S3 is connected to B. Don't go through this. This is B. Okay, A, B, C. So S3 is connected to this B. So from minus C to B, you will find again 60-degree. So A to B, you know how much is 120-degree. So A to minus C is 60. C to minus C, A to minus C is 60. Minus C to B is 60. So A to B is how much? 120 degrees. So that means what I'm saying is correct. You just go to draw your diagram and understand this. That is up to you. This is first year class. Okay. Now we have to understand the operation of this circuit. Only our point of study is 180-degree conduction mode, because today's lecture, if you understand, tomorrow's lecture will be very easy for you. Now in 180-degree conduction mode, the first point I told you, because 180 degrees is written over here, that means each switch will conduct for a period of 180 degree, that is half cycle of a sine wave. Now switches are triggered in a phase sequence of 60-degree interval. 60 degree, you know, after S1, S2 will be triggered at the 60-degree interval, because A to minus C gap is 60 degree. And next point will be switches will be triggered. All these points that is written over here, that is applicable for each mode of conduction. The switches will be triggered in a phase sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this case, at a time 3 switches will conduct. We'll look into that. One from each leg. Why I'm saying each leg? This is one leg. 1 and 4 in first leg. 3 and 6 in second leg. 5 and 2 in second leg. All the top switches are odd number. All the even and lower switches are even number. The difference between this top and lower switch is 3. 1 plus 3, 4. 3 plus 3, 6. 2 plus 3, 5. That is how the numbering is done. Now one complete cycle, we are getting at the output AC. AC is a sine wave. So sine wave period is 360 degree. So one complete 360 degree is divided into 6 mode of operation. So each duration will be how much? 360 by 6, 60 degree. So one complete cycle is divided into 6 mode, each of 60 degree interval. Now the next point what I told you, that to prevent cross conduction fault, we cannot turn on S1 and S4 simultaneously. S3 and S6 simultaneously can't be turned on. S2 and S5 cannot be simultaneously turned on. So that addresses my fifth point. Now, this is very important. Okay, how my gate pulses are given to the switches. That means how this S1 to S6 are turned on in 180 degree mode of conduction. So that's why we are drawing first the gate pulses. Ig on the y-axis, t on the x-axis. You can take omega t, you can take theta, whatever you want. You can take your x-axis, no problem. Doesn't matter. Only you have to understand what we are doing. So first thing we had considered 360 degree is my sine wave. So I will divide my 360 degree into 6 equal parts, each of how much? 60 degree. So my next work will be dividing each duration by 60 degree. So 0 degree, 60 degree, 120 degree, 180 goes on to 360. Now next point will be, I have to take care of this one, that each switches S1, S4 doesn't turn on at the same time. S3, S6 doesn't turn on the same time. S5, S2 doesn't turn on the same time. I should take care of this. So what I'll do, I'll draw 3 levels over here. Any magnitude I can take, doesn't matter. So what I'll do, next step is I'll draw 3 levels. Each level will lead to one leg. So let it be, this is the first leg. Second one is the third leg, and the last one is the second leg. So 1, 3, 1, 3, 2. So in the first leg, which switches will be there? 1 and 4. So in that band, I'll draw the pulse for 1 and 4. In the second band, is leg 3. So I'll draw for 2 and 5. In the third band is for leg 2. So I'll draw for 3 and 6. So these are the 3 bands. First band represents first leg. Second band represents third leg. Third band represents second leg. Okay. Now, mark my words, what I am saying. Switch 1 will start conducting first, because 1 will start on, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. This is how the switches will be on. So switch 1, if starts from 0, and because it is 180 degree mode of conduction, where it should end? 180 degree. So switch 1 has a conduction from 0 degree to 180 degree. If you have any doubt, please stop me and ask me in between. switch 1 is having starting from 0 degree. Since it is a 180 degree mode of conduction, it will ask you, it will stop at 180 degree mode. So my box completes over here. Next switch will be on S2, but at a gap of how much? 60 degree. And which band represents this one? This red line, red band, right? So sorry. Next is S2. See, S1 is starting at which point? 0 degree. So S2 should start at 60 degree. And from 60 degree, 180 degree difference is 240. So from 60 degree to 240 degree is like S2. Because if you are having a semester exam, then all these things you need to draw in your copy. Okay, so all these things you need to understand how I am drawing. So S2 is drawn like this. You can take all this gap when you are drawing in the copy. You can take all this gap as 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. So 6 gap up to 6 centimeter, your waveform will come. This is how you can draw in a copy. Next, which switch will be on? S2. After S2, which switch will be on? S3. S3 will be drawn in this black band, right? So at a gap of 60 degree from S2. So where is S2 starting? 60 degree. So S3 should start at 120 degree, right? At this point. So let us check. Yes, S3 is starting as 120 degree and should end at 120 plus 180 gives me 300. Next, where should S4 start? S4 should start at 120 plus 60, that is 180 degree, but it can't start 180 degree over here. It can't start 180 degree in this black band and red band, because if it starts in this black band and red band, that means this S1 is also on from 120 to 180. This S4 also gets on during this period. Okay, so that's why same leg switches will be drawn in parallel. So S1 will be drawn in parallel to S4. So if this is S1, in the blue band only S4 will be drawn. If this is S3, I told you next switch will be S6, difference of 3. So S5, 6 will be drawn in this black band only. S2 should be drawn in this red band. S2 and S5 should be drawn in the red band only. Okay, 1 second, just hold 1 second. Understood, I think so. S1, S2, S3, how it is drawn. Next, what we should draw is S4. So it should start at 180 degree as soon as my S1 ends. S4 has started at 180. 180 plus 180 is 360. Ends at 360. Now S4 will start at 180 and end at 360. So S5, when it will be on? It will be on as 180 plus 60. That is 240. See, wherever S2 is turning off, S5 is turning on. That means there is no problem. That there is no simultaneous turning on of S2 and S5. See. Now S5 will be on. Now if you check, one complete cycle ends at 360. So 240 to 360 is 120 degree. Now where will be the remaining 60 degree? Because it is 180 degree mode of conduction, you will see a small gap present before S2, and that gap should be 60 degree. See, this is 60 degree. This is 240 to 360 is 120. Total for S5 is how much? 180 degree. Now next is S5 was starting at 240. So S6 should start at 300. See, wherever S3 is ending, S6 is starting. Okay, so this gap is how much? 60. So obviously there should be 120 degree mode, because to satisfy this 180 degree combination. So obviously before S3 there will be a gap of 120 degree. So 120 plus 60 equal to 180. Oh, please tell me if you have any doubt regarding this, or if you don't have doubt, we'll proceed. We have 120 degree. হ্যাঁ বলো।
S6 টা একবার বলবেন?
হ্যাঁ, S6 টা দেখো কোথায় শুরু হবে? S5 is starting at 240, 60 ডিগ্রি পরে শুরু হবে, মানে 300 থেকে শুরু হলো। It started at 300, but my cycle completes at 360. তাহলে 300 থেকে 360 চলে গেল। Okay, so I've drawn S6 over here, but this gap is how much? 60 degree. Into mode of conduction is how much? 180 degree. It is obvious that if this is 60 degree over here, some 120 degree will be present in this black band. দেখবে S3 এর আগে গ্যাপ কত আছে? S3 কোথা থেকে শুরু হয়েছে দেখো, it started at 120 ডিগ্রি, তার মানে S3 এর আগে কতটা গ্যাপ আছে? 120 ডিগ্রি। তাহলে এই 120 ডিগ্রিতে কি অন হচ্ছে? S6. So S6 is on for 120 degree over here and 60 degree over here. So total conduction period for S6 is 120 plus 60 is equal to 180 degree. So I think everybody has understood how this pulses are drawn. This is how your pulses should be drawn in your copy also in exam. When you are drawing, you should take this gap as 1 centimeter. You can take 0.5 centimeter also, no problem. But it's good that if you draw with 1 centimeter, it will be nice, because next you will see some complex waveforms will come. So it is better to take 1 centimeter gap for 60 degree difference. Next, we'll study mode of operations. Now we have divided into 6 modes, right? 0 to 60, 60 to 120 goes on. We'll have 6 modes. So each mode of operation we have to study. I have done a classification of 4 modes. 5th and 6th mode I have directly written. That is your self-study for you. Now, if you look at the first mode, 0 to 60, which switches are on? 1, 6 and 5, right? Because 6 is starting from here and ending over here. So 6 is on, 5 is also on, 1 is also on. Now, so 1, 6 and 5. So this diagram is very important, then gate pulsing, because without this diagram you can't draw the circuit. So 1 is connected to A phase and all odd numbers are positive group, right? Because it is connected to positive. So 1 connected to A, S5 connected to C, and S6 connected to B. Don't go by this name, this is B, okay? S6 connected to B, but S6 is a even number connected to negative, so minus B. So A positive, C positive, B phase is negative, and I'll take a star connected load. So see over here, so A positive, C positive, right, from 1 and 5, and using 6 is my B negative. My star collected load all will be connected at this point. Now total voltage is how much? Vs. So if I find the equivalent impedance over here, all this is a balanced load we are considering. So Z equivalent, this two in parallel, so Z into Z by Z plus Z, and that comes in series with Z. So that gives you 3Z by 2. Now this element over here, Z and Z in parallel gives you Z by 2, and this Z comes in series. So I can apply voltage divider rule. So what is voltage divider rule? Total voltage into same impedance by total impedance. So, and you can see VA naught and VC naught, VCO and VAO, the impedance connected between this AO and CO, this Z and Z are in parallel. So in parallel we know what is the voltage, same voltage. So I can write VAO is equal to VCO. And since I have used in waveform VAN and VCN, because N is your neutral point for you to understand in a better way, that's why I have used equal to VAN equal to VCN. What is the total voltage? Vs. What is the impedance of across this? Z by 2. Z by 2. What is the total impedance? 3Z by 2. So total voltage into same impedance by sum of the impedances. So Vs into Z by 2 by 3Z by 2 equal to Vs by 3. Now what will be VBO? What will be VBO? B2O. Okay, it will be VBN is equal to minus Vs. Why I have taken minus Vs? Because current is flowing from O to B. I'll get VOB as positive. If I go from B to O, I'll get negative. That's why minus. So minus Vs is equal to minus Vs into total impedance, means individual impedance of this VO is Z by total impedance. So you'll get minus 2 Vs by 3. So this is your phase voltage, AN and CN, Vs by 3. BN is equal to minus 2 Vs by 3. Now we'll plot the line voltages VAB, VBC, VCA. VAB is VAN minus BN. So what is VN? Vs by 3. And what is VBN? Minus 2 Vs by 3. So Vs by 3 minus of minus 2 Vs by 3 equal to Vs. VBC is equal to V capital BC. Since I have all these capital values I have taken in the graph, that's why I have made it similar over here. So VBN minus VCN is equal to minus 2 Vs by 3 minus Vs by 3 is equal to minus Vs. So VCA is equal to VCA is equal to VCN minus VAN is equal to Vs by 3 minus of minus 2 Vs by 3 is equal to 0. Okay, so I have just found out the phase voltages by this formula and line voltages by subtracting the two phase voltages. I think this is clear to you how the calculations is done. Now from here we will take some conclusions. What conclusion we will take is that, because we will see same figures will exist again and again. If there are two impedances connected in parallel, then the voltage across them will be Vs by 3. If there is one single impedance, then the voltage across it will be 2 Vs by 3. This should be a conclusion. For first one, in your exam, you have to show your calculation. From next modes, there are 6 modes. See how many steps you have to do. So you have to be patient and understand the shortcut method. So if two impedances are in parallel, voltage will be Vs by 3. If one impedance is present, voltage will be 2 Vs by 3. Next thing, if that phase is connected to negative of the voltage source, that means that voltage will be negative. If the phases are connected to the positive, then that voltages will be positive. Okay, so A and C over here are connected to positive, so A and C are positive, and B is connected to negative, so minus 2 Vs by 3. So I'll go to the next mode. So what will be our next mode? 60 degree, 120 degree to 120 degree. Now if you go to this figure, 60 to 120, which is on? S2, from this red band, from this black band S6, from this blue band S1. So 1, 2 and 6 are on. So in this mode, which switches are on? 1, 2 and 6. So we'll go to the figure. 1, 2 and 6. So which phases? A to positive, B to negative, C to negative, right? You can understand 2 and 6 are even numbers, so negative. A to positive because S1 is connected. So A, B and C, A positive, B and C negative. Okay. So A positive, two impedances connected to negative. So as my conclusion is taken, one impedance connected, what will be my voltage? 2 Vs by 3. So VAN will be 2 Vs by 3. Two impedances then connected in parallel, what will be my voltage? Vs by 3. Since B and C connected to negative, what will be Vs by 3? Minus. Since 2 Vs by A is connected to positive, it will be plus 2 Vs by 3. 2 Vs by 3 and minus Vs by 3 over here. Okay. So what will be VAB? It will be again VAN minus VBN. You can do all these calculations. I have done it over here. 2 Vs by 3 minus of minus Vs by 3 will give you Vs. So you will get a values over here like this. I'm not going into this calculation because if this is correct, these values will be correct over here. See one thing over here. The phase voltages are fluctuating between 2 Vs by 3 and Vs by 3. And line voltages are fluctuating between 0 Vs and minus Vs. So you should remember these values. If any value comes apart from this, then your answer is wrong. So cross check that. Vs minus Vs 0. That means my value is correct. 2 Vs, Vs by 3. My value is correct. Means 2 Vs by 3, Vs by 3, minus 2 Vs by 3, minus Vs by 3. These are the values. So this is Vs minus Vs. Now going into mode 3. Now going into mode 3. Mode 3 means 120 degree to 180. Which switch is on from the blue band? 1. Which switch is on from the black band? 3. Which switch is on from the red band? 2. You don't have to go to the figure again and again. 1, 3 are odd bands. That means it should be connected to positive. 2 is an even band, even number. So it should be connected to negative. So 2 resistance impedance should be connected to positive. 1 impedance should be connected to negative. But so 2 impedance should be connected to positive because 1 and 3 is odd, and 1 impedance should be connected to negative. But in order to understand which phase 2 impedance connected to positive and 1 impedance connected to negative, as I have said, because I have determined by the numbers whether it is odd or even. But in order to understand which phase is connected, we have to go to this figure. So we'll go to the figure 1. Just look into this. 1, 1, 3 and 2 are on. Okay, 120 degree to 180 degree, 1, 3 and 2. So we'll go into this figure. 1, 3 and 2. So 1 and 3 means A and B, 2 means C. So AB positive and C is negative. See, AB positive, C is negative. Two impedances connected. So what will be Vs by 3, Vs by 3. And since connected to positive, plus Vs by 3. VCO minus 2 Vs by 3. Right, one impedance, so minus 2 Vs by 3 since connected to negative. And all this you can calculate. So I have explained you 3 modes. I am leaving you up to this 4th mode. One thing, if you, there is another shortcut of drawing also. If you see your mode 1 and mode 3, they are same. Right. Positive is connected to 2 impedance, negative is connected to 1 impedance. If you see your mode 2 and mode 4, positive is connected to 1 impedance, negative is connected to 2 impedance. Mode 2 and mode 4 are same, except this phases changes, A, B and C. Okay, so please check the phases from the main diagram itself. Otherwise, you can draw directly all the diagrams by forming a relation. You can draw this 5 and 6 also and find out a relation with the odd numbers and even numbers. So all these values are written over here. This is a part of your homework. 4, 5 and 6. You draw the circuit and check whether my answer written over here is correct or not. Because in your exam, you have to draw the circuit for all the modes and write the answers like this. Find out these values, write the answer. So it will be a large question, around 10 marks question. Okay. So you have to calculate so many things over here. And lastly, what we have to do is draw our phase voltage waveform. Now, how to draw your phase voltage waveform? That's why for your reference, I have made a table over here about the magnitudes I have calculated, right? All the values, phase voltages and line voltages I have calculated. All these magnitudes which are calculated over here are jotted down over here for you to draw it very easily. So 6 modes, so 0 to 60, 60 to 120, 120 to 180, this goes on to 300 to 360. And all the values are given over here. Now, we can see the value is fluctuating between Vs by 3, 2 Vs by 3, minus Vs by 3, 2 Vs by 3. That's why I have drawn these steps over here. Vs by 3, minus Vs by 3, 2 Vs by 3, minus 2 Vs by 3. All steps are drawn over here. And VAN, VBN, VCN are plotted. VAN is represented by red line. This is blue. This is green. So we'll plot our VAN first. Okay, all these values. This column states all the VAN values. So between 0 to 60, all this yellow line, 60 degree difference as we are done. So this is 60, 60, 60, 180, this is 60, 60, 60, another 180, so 360 degree. So first value is what? Vs by 3. Check all my plottings. Vs by 3. If you can't understand, stop me. Okay. Next, how much? 2 Vs by 3. Next 60 degree duration, 2 Vs by 3. Next 60 degree duration, I'm pointing my mouse to the value and showing you the animation. So next 60 degree is Vs by 3. Next, minus Vs by 3. Next, minus 2 Vs by 3. Next, minus Vs by 3. One cycle completes. Then again it will repeat. Again it will repeat means that means its value should be again Vs by 3. So again its value is Vs by 3. Now we'll plot VBN. It will start from minus 2 Vs by 3. Minus 2 Vs by 3, blue line. Then minus Vs by 3. Then Vs by 3. Then 2 Vs by 3. Then Vs by 3. Then minus Vs by 3. Then at last again it will go to 0 to 60 degree. That is minus 2 Vs by 3. Now plotting VCN. Vs by 3. Minus Vs by 3. Minus 2 Vs by 3. Minus Vs by 3. Vs by 3. 2 Vs by 3. Okay. So this is how your plotting is done. And how will you say it is 3 phase? See, A phase is starting from which point? 0 degree. B phase is starting from which point? 120. C phase is starting from which point? 120 plus 60 plus 60, 240. So 3 phase gets generated. So from DC we are getting three-phase voltages. I hope everybody has understood how to plot this. This you have to practice it in your own hand. Please everybody, you have to draw this by your own hand, how all this are done. If these values are correct, then only this plot will come. It should look as a sine wave. It should look as a sine wave. So if your value, this one comes positive, negative, then goes in the negative, that means positive like this goes in the negative, that means somewhere your value is wrong. Please go check your values. It should look like a sine wave. So these values are all correct which we have drawn over here. Okay. Next what we'll do is plot our line voltages. Now same thing what I have done, I have marked all the values over here of the line voltages AB, BC and CA. Now, while plotting a line voltage, I am having two steps. One is 0 to Vs or 0 to minus Vs, right? 0 to Vs or 0 to minus Vs. So Vs is marked, minus Vs is marked. So I am plotting my VAB first. Vs, red line, okay? My mouse is pointing to the values and on the left hand side you will see the animation. Then again Vs. Then 0, 0. Then minus Vs. Then minus Vs. Then 0. Then again it will continue and go to plus Vs. Okay. Now for this VBC, it starts with minus Vs. Minus Vs. Then 0. Then plus Vs. Then again plus Vs. Then 0. Then so 360 degree is minus Vs, minus Vs. Then again it will continue from 0 to 60 degree, that is minus Vs. So again it continues at minus Vs. Now VCA, its first value is 0, so 0. Then minus Vs, minus Vs. Then minus Vs. Then 0. Then Vs. Then Vs. Then again it will go to 0. Then again it has gone to 0. So this is how you can plot your AB, BC, C. Okay, again you see from AB to BC, what is my gap? 120 degree. From BC to CA, it is again 120. You can plot your three phase and find the gap between the delay between this three waveform. We'll find that there is a delay of 120 degree. So this is how you have to draw your three phase voltage waveforms. Okay. So most important thing is your circuit. Naming of the switches should be done very correctly. You should remember all these points to remember what I have stated over here. Then draw each circuit and and find out the phase and line voltages. For the first circuit, show the calculations. For the second to sixth circuit, you have to derive a conclusion from the first circuit as I have told and write the formulas directly. I have not shown any calculation over here. I have directly written it down because of that conclusion. Next, very important. Next, before that, what we have to do is draw our pulses. Without these pulses, you can't draw these circuits. So, get pulses drawing is very important. And at last, after finding out all these values, you have to plot these graphs. এবার বলো কি বলছি?
হ্যাঁ স্যার বলছি যে এখান থেকে কিরকম কোশ্চেন আসবে?
সেমিস্টারে হলে লং কোশ্চেন আসবে 10 মার্কস, এক্সপ্লেন 180 ডিগ্রি মোড অফ কন্ডাকশন। এতটা পুরো এক্সপ্লেন করতে হবে, ইউ হ্যাভ টু এক্সপ্লেন ইচ এন্ড এভরিথিং।
আচ্ছা, মানে সব কটা মোড এক্সপ্লেন করতে হবে তো, মানে সার্কিটকে
একদম একদম 10 marks question. You have to explain each and everything, and then you have to draw this line phase voltage waveform gulo drawing korte hobe, everything. ওর জন্য এটা খুব ইম্পর্টেন্ট 180 বা 120 ডিগ্রি মোড যে কোনো একটা মোড আসবে অবভিয়াসলি দুটো আসবে না and it's a very huge question so it can be you have to explain each and every mode write direct conclusion over here direct voltages and at last plot this okay and at last today's discussion is that the equations okay okay if you apply for we are not describing any Fourier analysis and integration we are directly use formulas over here and write down okay so this is important for solving problems and you can get gate questions from this 4 to 8 formulas okay this number 4 to 8 formulas is very important for your gate and as well as for MCQs so you should remember those formulas these formulas are just for description you just go through it. Okay so all the three line voltages VAB VBC this should be VCA so this VCA are these voltages now if you compare with your reference sine wave which is our reference sine wave is always our VAN this is our reference sine wave always 1 second so from AN if you draw your three phase waveform you will see that AB is leading by pi by 6 this is lagging by pi by 2 and this is leading by pi by 6 so that's why all this is done you could have written this in minus term also this pi by 6 this pi by 2 this pi by 6 comes because of that okay and between any line and phase voltage the gap is 60 degree so that's why here comes pi by 6 okay and n pi by 6 because there is a harmonics present all odd harmonics are present okay it is a square wave symmetry so all odd harmonics are present so n equal to 1 3 5 to infinity and again as accordingly to our discussion if you put n equal to 3 cos 3 pi by 6 will be 0 that is cos pi by 2 hence all triplet harmonics are absent in line voltages yesterday also in machines I have told you that doesn't express all the triplet harmonics doesn't exist so you can see over here also same things triplet harmonics become 0 and they are absent in the line voltage okay if you look at this nature because it's animation shown I'll show it directly if you look at this nature over here these voltages line voltages are constant okay Vs only or minus Vs only but in your phase voltages it is changing stepwise it is changing so line voltages remain constant irrespective of the load whatever you take the load to be it remains constant so that is my second point if you take the line voltages all are balanced and constant line voltages irrespective of the nature of load cell and these are the equations of your phase voltages okay so you just go through it and phase voltages A phase will be at 0 B phase will be minus 120 this will be again C phase okay Cn so this will be minus 240 that's why it is written this angle sorry these components of values are very important please go through it and learn it because without these formulas you can't solve any problem RMS component of nth value of line voltage how will you get this is the magnitude we know so divided by root 2 just as we had done in single phase so same thing over here done 4 Vs by n pi cos n pi by 6 by root 2 if you take RMS value of fundamental line component what you will do n equal to 1 so 4 Vs by root 2 pi cos pi by 6 that gives you 0.7797 RMS value of line voltage by direct integration method how will you do so if you do by direct integration method okay then animation see this voltage is constant you will take integration 0 to this 120 degree right because 120 to 180 is 0 so I can shorten the limit to this one and my magnitude will be Vs so that's what I have done over here so that's what I have done over here so pi by 3 is 60 60 into 2 is 120 so 0 to 120 degree 1 by pi Vs squared d omega t and that gives you root 2 by 3 Vs RMS value of phase voltage RMS value of line voltage you know root 2 by 3 Vs so we have taken a star connected load VL equal to root 3 VPH so VPH is equal to VL by root 3 so VPH is equal to VL by root 3 that is root 2 by 3 this root 2 by square root of 2 by 3 by Vs divided by root 3 that gives you root 2 by 3 Vs that is 0.4714 Vs and what will be the fundamental component of this 2 Vs by root 2 pi of the phase voltage So 2 Vs by n pi is there, divided by root 2. So 2 Vs by root 2 n pi, fundamental component means 1. So 2 Vs by root 2 pi, 0.4502 Vs. So 428 you should mark up, because this will be important for your gate and solving problem. Question comes from here on in gate. They will not ask you to draw all these waveforms which we had drawn. They'll ask you problems from this formulas. So this is what we have done up to now, 180-degree mode of conduction. If you have understood this, it will be very easy for tomorrow's lecture, because tomorrow is 120-degree mode of conduction. Again, we will follow the same methods. We'll study the circuit, draw all the modes, draw the waveform, write the equations. Okay, any one of the mode can come for your exam. And these formulas can be given to solve any problem. So if you have any doubt, you can ask, or we will end the meeting.